Hi everybody and happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Look, it's just one of those days. It's just one of those days. This week I had something that happened that really kind of shook me up and kind of like brought me back to earth. I was on Instagram and I bumped into Bonnie Mbuli talking about how South Africa was criticizing her for her newly acquired American accent. Now, Bonnie Mbuli has, I think, for a while wanted to establish a career in America, in Hollywood, and she first did it when she was married. She went with her husband, and because of certain things that I want to get into it because that's not the gist of the story, but because of certain things that blockages or certain, and I think this comes back to something that she said, because of certain limitations she wasn't able to break through the way she wanted to, and she then went back again now that she's a single woman, and she is now getting roles, and she has that American accent down to the twirls of the R's, honey. She is like just, she's slaying it, and she is just, yeah, she is killing it, okay? And you know how we South Africans can be valiant online. We love to criticize, and a lot of people have been criticizing her. Oh, she's just been in America just for a little bit, and now she's like and speaking like that. I remember as a student, I once went to this school. I had just moved from one school to another, and because I got there and I had a bit of an accent because of the school I came from, I was called a Turara, because people who had a bit of an accent and had a bit of an R, and look, when you said there and there's a bit of an R, people would just, and then, because of that, we started trying to speak like this because we wanted to sound like everybody else, so that nobody calls us a Turara. At the end of the day, that was so unnecessary. You can just have whatever accent you want, because you know what Bonnie Mbuli said that hit me? She said, life is not a group project. I mean, mic drop, because life is not a group project. She said one thing, at the end of it all, when she's asked, what did you do with the talents that you've given me? It's gonna be her. It's just gonna be her. It's gonna be her task. It's gonna be on her. It's gonna be her burden to actually answer for her works, what she did with what God gave her. It's not going to be about the critics, about the people who are in the corner busy criticizing, busy saying, oh, she's got an English accent, oh, now you got an American accent, now you've forgotten your roots, who do you think you are? Look at whoever, they're doing this, and look at whoever, they're doing that. Hey, whoever has their own project on earth, and the other person has their own project, so does and so do you, and everybody else is gonna answer for themselves. That actually made me look at me and look at my life and how I have been performing on this earth in terms of the things that God has given me. Actually, I think it broke my heart, because listing everything and every talent that God has given me, I then realized that I have not done anything with the gifts that God has given me. I don't want to read this parable now or today or on this video, but I would advise you to go read Proverbs 14 from verse is it Proverbs 14? Yes, Proverbs 14. No, man, I think it's 25. Let me see. 25, yes. From verse 14, about the parables of, or the parable of the talents, and just read about those men that were given talents, what they did with them, and everything else about it. But there's a point where during that parable where God says, if you're not where I think God was teaching us that if we are not faithful with the little that he gives us, then but when you're faithful with the little, then he's able to trust you with more. I realize that it's so easy for us to slip into a culture of complaints. Us especially, I've noticed that I've been participating in this whole thing of complaining about growth on YouTube and everything else. And I sometimes now feel like this whole complaining sometimes repels people, because somehow you're not appreciative of the little that you have. And I sometimes, kind of feel like, because one is not appreciative of that little, like 50 people is a lot. And so if you're getting 50 views, I always feel like if you were to bring 50 people into my bedroom, I'd be overwhelmed in a second. Into my bedroom in a second, I'd be overwhelmed. Just 50 people. And so that makes me feel that if one is not appreciative and faithful with that little, is that the reason why maybe our growth is limited, and how maybe it's taking forever to blow up and get to a place where actually God wants you to be? And God is sitting there, is like, you're not appreciative of the 50 that I gave you. Are you going to be appreciative of 50,000? Imagine if you are like messing about with the 50 that I've given you. When you've got 50,000, you're just gonna lose your mind and think you're a celebrity that walks on water, and so it just reminded me that by being faithful with the little that I have, is just being faithful to the talents that God has given me. If God has given me the talent of an eye, a great eye to be able to shoot and pick out shots, I will do it even when it's only 2 people watching. I will go out and use that beautiful eye that He's given me, or that eye and that talent to compose, and go out and compose the most beautiful shots, and come and showcase them for that little crowd that He's given me. If it means that I can only come up here and sing and only get 10 views for that singing, then that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be faithful with the little that I have, because at the end of the day, it's not the 50,000 or that, those multitudes of people. It's not the 50,000 that's going to answer for what I've done with what God has given me. It's not a group project, as Bonnie said. It is just me. It is just me, Diselani, and what God has put in my heart and put in my life, and said, this is what I want Diselani to do. But, in order for her to reach this stage, she needs to go through this stage, appreciate it, work on it, and just grow from it. And if she passes this stage, then I'm gonna put her a bit higher and a bit higher. And because one is unable to appreciate the season that one is in, you're just trying to get to the next level before you even pass this one. You just stay in that same little cocoon, in that same little box, because you are not faithful with the little. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you, as Bonnie said, life is not a group project. It's not a group project. We're gonna have to answer alone for everything that we're doing with the things that God has given us. And so as the week starts, I'd say please take a pen and paper, note down every talent that you think God has given you, every talent, every gift, and whatever purpose you feel that you were placed on this earth for. If it's more, just list it down, and then next to that list, just ask yourself how faithful you've been. It doesn't matter to what capacity, like just how faithful have you actually even moved an inch to grow that talent, or have you used it to bring some growth into your life, if that's what it was placed there for, or to bring growth to God's kingdom, if that's what it was brought there for, or if that's what God had, if that's now Shlungu katitimela la handle. The English is running away because I think my brain is a little frozen. It is what is it now, autumn? But are you doing anything with those gifts. You know, are they changing your life? Are they changing the people around you's life, you know, your children's lives? You know, sometimes, you know, maybe God gave you the talent so that you can save your family from whatever it is, so that you can make great income for your family. And because you are not cultivating that talent, you are somehow depriving yourself and the people around you of the fruits that that talent was going to bring, right? And because life is not a group project, you've somehow decided to make it a group project and listen to all the critics. You know what, Ne? If right now I decide that I'm going to start singing again, I'm going to sound terrible. I'm going to tell you a little story. When this year started, I shared here that I'm gonna sing, and I was doing it and I was posting. Do you know what? I had people come to me and say, "Oh no, you're sounding a little pitchy. You need more practice. You need to do that." Do you know what I did? I stopped posting those videos because I was like, I cannot deal with such criticism. Because, and right there, like, you know, light bulb right there, I decided to make it a group project, and I listened to the critics and I stopped. And that's the thing that I wanted to do for myself, as you know, I go into my 40s, and right now I'm thinking, I'm just gonna go back to singing again. And that's why I'm bringing back a song and a word for Sunday, and I'm gonna sing. If I sound pitchy, and if you feel like I sound pitchy, then that's you. Because if I'm gonna listen to whoever thinks that I sound pitchy and I need more practice, and then I stop altogether because my heart is a little hurt, I'm never gonna grow. I'm always just gonna be standing in that same little spot, no growth whatsoever. And you know, in other words, I would have been unfaithful with that little that God has given me. But if I do it every day, I will stop sounding pitchy. If I was sounding, but you know what, I can never sound pitchy, by the way. Even if I can, never, like, pitch is my middle name. But I will never improve. I will never, I'll stay in the same place because I just somehow decided to just make my life a group project, listen to the critics. And God will never trust me with more. He'll never trust me with more. And one thing that I am so convicted in, and if I'm being convicted for the 10th time, and that's fine, but one thing I'm convicted in is just sitting and complaining. And you find that, you know, you're complaining, yet there's growth. Even if it's minute, you find yourself complaining, people are not watching, people are not doing this, people are not doing that. I was so grateful. The other day I wanted to cry. Can you believe it? I was doing a live, and one of the beautiful ladies that are subscribed to this channel, they've been with this channel for quite a bit. They gave me a super thanks for 80 bucks, for 80 rand. Like, I was shocked. And because it was a live, I didn't like go on and on about it, but it was like, what? You know what? Somebody has been around this channel for this long, and they felt it in their hearts to super thanks me with like an 80 rand. I think this was my second super thanks ever. The other super thanks that I got was last year around June. It was June or July when I got monetized, and that was it. And for me, that was just, it was like, it made my year. It really made my year, because I'm very bad with saying, oh, please send the super thanks, subscribe, put likes. It's just, I'm bad at it. Once I get into the groove of a video, all I'll ever do is just talk and finish up the video. But that for me is growth. I didn't get any super thanks for like close to like 12 months, and out of nowhere comes Antum Kabai, that's her handle, and she gives me a super thanks for like 80 rand. That for me was like growth. Yeah, who cares? I mean, that video made more than all the videos with like views because of Antum Kabai's 80 rand super thanks, you know. That is growth. And for me, I am happy because I know one day those super thanks are gonna be a million, and I am grateful. Like, I think I told everybody in there, I was like, I got a super thanks for 80. I kept on telling everybody, and that for me was gratitude. It was gratitude for the little. God, if you and $80 is not little for me. That was like a lot. It was a lot, and so I am super convicted in complaining about how, look, I've been shadow banned on YouTube and it's been going on for a while, and I'm tired of complaining about it. I just want to live in the moment, you know? I want to live in the moment and enjoy whatever it is that I get, and I just want to encourage you to, on the Sunday, to be grateful of what God has given you and use those talents. Use those talents. As Bonnie said, life is not a group project. At the end of it all, you're gonna have to answer for yourself. I have had trouble with choosing a song for this Sunday, so I really don't know. Even now, I'm still trying to find a song. There's a song. Oh no, I don't think I want to sing that. When I remember, I said I'm not pitching now. I'm trying to find. When I remember what the Lord has done, I will never go back anymore. When I remember what the Lord has done, I will never go back anymore. Uma ngikhumbula wenziwa inkosi, angisoze ngabuyele emuva. Uma ngikhumbula okwenziwa inkosi, angisoze ngabuyele emuva. No, 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 I will never go back anymore. No, 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 no. I will never go back anymore. Anyway, I was not prepared for a song on a word today. I had a bit of a rough week, rough time in my family. You know, a pretty rough week, and that's why I had disappeared from YouTube. But honestly, when one looks back at what God has brought them through, nobody wants to go back. And so I am grateful for growth, and I'll always be grateful for growth. And I'm going to remember that life ain't a group project. It's me, it's Isalani, and at the end of the day, it's just going to be Isalani. It's not gonna be, you sound pitchy, you need more practice. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? Put the camera away. Some things are not for other people. Blah blah blah. If you've tried it for 3 years and it's not worked out yet, just put it away, throw it away, and just go and do something else. Maybe your purpose is like shush. I don't like to say shut up, and I tell my kids not to use it, but shut up. Life is not a group project. Look at your own life, work out your own talents and grow them, because only you're gonna be answer for everything at the end of the day. Happy Sunday, everybody. Sorry for the bad singing today. I'm gonna apologize for the bad singing, because hey, I don't know. Happy Sunday.